I've been running from it, almost out of oxygen, hiding from it, trying to dodge the consequence. I've been running till my wheels fall off. Lord, tell me where the miracle goes. I've been.
Y'all, it's your boy Anime Reaper back for another video, and y'all, we're doing what if Deku was Meliodas' kid. So let's go show y'all where we last left off. Deku got into UA, obviously, and everything is going smoothly. And now it's the hero versus villain fight. So Deku and Uraraka get put on teams, and Bakugo and Ida get put on teams. So Deku tells Uraraka, look, this is what we gonna do. We just gonna like race to the top of the building. Like, we just gonna go to the top of the building. And he takes his hand and he makes a wing and he flaps it, or like he pushes it down, and he goes up, and they're on the top of the building. They were walking down. Oh yeah, Deku, unlike Meliodas, he can a little control it, but it's like really weak. So like, you know how Meliodas could like do the little wing thing and flap it and a huge burst of air. Deku can't do that at all. It's nowhere close. It's like he has to reach the top of a 3-story building. He gotta flap his wings at least 4 times. So it's hard, and it does take up a lot of his energy. So that's why he doesn't do it a lot. But he did it there so that he could get to the top of the building, because he didn't want to lose the challenge. So he's at the top of the building and he's pacing and he's like tired, and Uraraka's like, what's wrong? And he's like, oh, when I use that mode, it takes a lot of my energy, so I don't use it. It drains a lot of my energy. So the only thing that he can do without draining his energy is make kind of like a blade with it. But the blade is just his hand, and then like the stuff covers his hand and makes like a little blade. So yeah. So Deku and Uraraka start going through the floors, and that's when Bakugo attacks Deku. And then he goes after Uraraka because he's like, alright, we gotta get her out. And Ida's there too. So Deku actually kicks Bakugo and kicks him and then grabs him and slams him into the ground. And that is when Ida runs up to Uraraka and kicks her in the face. And then she goes flying against a wall. And, Ida doesn't take any chances. So he grabs her and cuffs her. And this Deku sees it, and it makes him mad. And Deku, he actually doesn't care, like, at this point, because Deku does like Uraraka. So he was mad. So he actually went berserker mode, or whatever like the mode you guys want to call it, but I'm pretty sure it's called berserker mode. And the blast of it covered half of his body. I don't know what that's actually called. So if there's like a legit name for that, then please tell me what the name for it is, because I don't know. So he rushes Ida and punches Ida and is beating Ida and throws him against the wall and cuffs him. And then Ida's like, his strength. And that's when Bakugo's like, don't worry, I knew you weren't gonna beat him. I just needed you to take your rocket out. And he rushes Deku, throwing a huge explosion. Deku full counters it and then rushes him, hits him in his face, slams him against the ground. Bakugo says, hey, you might want to dodge this one, and lets off one of his grenades. And it explodes right in Deku's face, sending Deku up at least 3 to 2 stories. Deku falls right back down, and the moment he hits the ground, he gets up, rushes Bakugo, grabs him by the throat, and smashes him through 3 walls. basically they're destroying the building at this point, and All Might screaming at them just to stop this. But both of them take out their things and throw them on the ground and crush them simultaneously at the same time. And All Might sees this through the like the security cameras, and he's like, crap, they're not listening. And they're fighting and fighting and fighting, and All Might can see that All Might can see that Deku is going to win, and Bakugo is getting really hurt. So All Might is about to rush in when Bakugo says, "I've got this," and he grabs both of his pins with his mouth and pulls them, and boom, two huge explosions come out, and Deku actually gets knocked out of the building. And then All Might's like, it's over. That's when Deku gets up and he jumps, bursting through the building, hitting Bakugo through like 5 walls. And Bakugo goes boom, 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 flies out of one of the and Deku throws him and launches him out of a window, jumps out of the window, grabs him, slams him on the ground, and cuffs him. And he looks over him and he punches him in the face, knocking him out. And at least maybe 5 to 6 hours later, Bakugo wakes up in the hospital and says, "Oh, my head, what happened?" And that's when Deku says, I'm sorry. I lost control. It's my bad. I'm sorry." And All Might is there, and All Might was worried about Bakugo. And basically, Bakugo didn't believe that Deku knocked him out. All Might, what he thinks is that like All Might accidentally hit him a little too hard, cause he was like, maybe All Might was gunning to hit Deku and he jumped out of the way and All Might hit me, cause there's no way Deku hit me and knocked me out for 6 to 5 hours. That's what Kanchan thinks, but that's not true. But yeah, y'all, that's actually gonna be the end of this video. And you guys, I have a Discord, or me and my friend, we have a Discord. It's called Reaper Gang. I know it's pretty cheesy and corny, so if you guys have any names for that, y'all can leave that down below. Another thing about the giveaway, it is actually happening pretty soon. Now, you might want to go to that Discord of mine, because the giveaway, half of the giveaway will probably be happening over there on the Discord. So you might want to go check that out. And yeah. So I'll see all you anime heads in another video. Peace.